Podcast, you can't win. I touch black and whites just by stroking my chin. Tell Marva got a plan if he just sit in. And we can be the sons and thus fit in. Talking a good game, topics never lame. Conversations just the same, right before they left the brain. Seriously funny, but if you take us seriously, you end up smiling. If not, laugh hilariously. And every Tuesdays we're on the ones, so stay in tune before noon. It's the Podical Sons.
It's ridiculously funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us don't have law degrees. I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the final show for the year. Not the final show, just the final show for the year.
2019 is wrapping up. And
last show for the decade?
Last show for the decade, man. Yeah, by the time you see us, it's a brand new decade. We on some Jetson shit.
Are you one of those assholes that be like, see you next year? You one of them people?
Nah,
okay.
Nah, it's just,
I was saying, that shit corny as hell.
That's just straight foolishness.
Okay.
Let me ask you something. Growing up, boy, before you hit the 2000s, coming into the 2000s, were your expectations ever in the realms of cars being able to fly by this time, or by 2020 we should be able to see flying cars and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think I guess the Jetsons, stuff like that kind of etch something into your memory brains.
Yeah.
And then I think there was like a good portion of I don't know if it's spy movies or something like that, with like underwater cars, or cars that can drive underwater, or cars that turn into submarines, something like that, whatever.
Right.
That was etched in there and stuff, whatever, too. So I thought that by the time technology will catch up in the 2000s, by the time I'm close enough to be an adult, they probably have all that type of stuff together.
I remember being in public school, we just ran an exercise of that. I think it was
public school, for those that don't know, it's elementary
school. So
I learned that shit when I came here.
I keep forgetting it's the Canadian in me. Sorry for my American constituents out there.
You do your thing.
Yeah, but public school / elementary. I think it was in 1990, if I'm not mistaken, because it was 10 years from now will be the year 2000. What were you thinking it'd be like? And everybody was like, yeah, flying cars, this, that, and the third. But similar situation, right? You grew up watching Jetsons, stuff like Star Trek, all that scientific future stuff, and you think, well, 2000 sounds futuristic.
Right.
All that stuff must be coming in around that time. And then you get to 2000s, womp womp, and it's still, cars on the road.
Shit, the funny thing too was, I think when Y2K was a thing.
Yeah.
I remember it was me, I was at my boy Benji's People's Spot, whatever, right? Salute to Benji. I think it was in 9th grade. I believe it was in 9th grade. And the plan was we're at his auntie's house. It was not too far from an ATM and a little shopping plaza. So they're as soon as the countdown happened, we just about to walk our way to the thing.
To the ATM?
Because this shit's supposed to start shooting out money. That's what they claim and stuff with us. I'm like, if this is about to shoot out money, we about to get paid. My dumb ass, I'm about to buy me some PlayStation games. I was 15 at the time. Brain wasn't all the way there. But I was looking, I was like, And then ain't shit happened. And then the whole Y2K thing got bumped. Because they said computers are going to flop out and everything like that. So I just realized that from that moment, I just said, you know what? Everything's going to be basic.
I remember getting a job. In 1999. Calling companies to pitch them on software that would help their companies get over the Y2K bug.
Was it really a bug even there and stuff, whatever? It was just
I don't know what it was, man. I was caught up in the hype like everybody else, man. It was it was a job in calling people to sell them software. So
I mean, you getting your money, so that's it.
That was about it. Ain't nobody was really buying the software. I don't know.
Shit, I mean, for that whole 2000 rollover, people are shook.
Yeah.
A good portion of people were shook.
Yeah.
I wasn't shook because I was looking, I'm like, I think somebody somebody hyped it up and said like all computers are gonna flop, nuclear missiles are gonna turn on their own countries and shit like that. I'm like, it happens and stuff, whatever. But I wasn't shook to that point to say like, all right, this is.
Well, they were saying all systems would just go haywire, like traffic lights, air traffic controllers, all those systems would just shut down because apparently it can't flip over and reset itself
to the 2000 mark. And here we are now entering the 2020s and stuff. Whatever,
right. I know, right? Shit, it's like 20 odd years now.
From that time frame.
That's crazy when you think about it.
For real. Mm-hmm. And now we here. Let's do a little quick recap on the last poll. I always try to post some shit, whatever. Now the proposal poll. So recently on Christmas Day,
yes,
PK Subin, he's a hockey player, black hockey player. Let me just emphasize that. Whatever.
You gotta throw that in.
They're rare.
Not only is he a black hockey player, but he's a great hockey player.
Facts.
Yeah, he's up there as far as defenseman is concerned.
So, his girlfriend, she proposed to him.
No, hold on. No, we got to interject in there because
she's white.
She's okay.
She's white.
Yeah. So we want to.
You don't think black women would propose to their men?
Not that I don't think black women would propose to the men.
Yeah,
but we did introduce sports into the mix.
True.
So anytime you introduce sports into the mix, you gotta almost assume that the wife could possibly be white.
Really? Is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? So, okay, if we're talking about like sports players and stuff, whatever, who are black.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how many and stuff, whatever, you think would have a black wife?
On a scale to 1 to 10?
Yeah, we're talking like 1 to 10 and stuff, whatever.
I think it's about half and half. I think
50-50?
I think it's about 50-50. I think it's just I think it's. I mean, and I'm just playing into the stereotype as well. But I think because a lot of people make allude to the fact that athletes would tend to just go and find themselves.
Kanye. Well, Kanye said it.
Kanye
and
said
when
it.
you get on, you get to leave your ass for a white girl.
Right. So that's the stereotype that's out there. I'm playing into that. It's a bad joke. I'm playing into it.
No, but
she's white.
She's white. So it's not playing into a joke. It's facts. It's facts, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's a joke with a little bit of truth to it.
Yo, there's half truth to every joke. That's what my mom's told me. There's half truth to every joke. So, okay. Now, bring it back now. She proposed to him.
Okay.
And she made a little lengthy little post and stuff, whatever. I'm paraphrasing everything. He the man of her dreams. And she knew he was the one.
Yeah.
And, she proposed to him and everything like that. We had a discussion and stuff several times.
Right.
About women proposing to men and everything like that, whatever. And I want to take a ring. I take a Rolex.
You take a Rolex?
I take a Rolex. If she get on, I guess, if she gets on one knee, I'm expecting a proposal. If she gets on two knees, I'm thinking she's giving a blowjob. So, I mean...
one of the two might still be winning.
How often does a woman get on one knee? Yeah, but how often does a woman get on one knee to give head, though? Right?
True.
Was she Colin Kaepernick or some shit like that?
She might have some new techniques rolling.
Colin Kaepernick suck? Is that what she's doing? Like, yo.
She might be
taking a knee.
Offering you something special.
So, when I seen that now, I'm like, okay, we spoke about this and stuff, whatever, before, in the past. And I'm like, we pulled the question. I'm like, how many women, ladies, I said ladies,
yeah,
would you propose to the man of your dreams? Right? You had a handful, you had more yays than nays. Whatever, right? And it was so funny to us men, I guess some men who seen it, they fucking jumped in and voted on the damn thing. I'm like, I don't know if they're trans or they identify as women. I was like, people don't read shit.
They're trying to help the polls. They're trying to help out the polls.
I guess they're trying to help the polls.
Is that what it is?
So I said, okay, let me go back. I'm like, fellas.
Yeah, get them apart because since they're eager to jump in.
They're like, yo, you ain't include us. I'm like, fellas, how many of y'all will accept a proposal from the woman of your dreams?
Right.
Whatever, right?
Yeah. And
then like some of those ones stuff who voted over, they say like hell yeah and all the above. I don't see anything wrong with accepting the proposal. I feel
But
like
that eye, because it was kind of dragged out, just like,
my eye.
like you had to think about it
No,
a couple of times.
No, all right, put like this. Woman of my dreams. Physically, I think I might have an idea what she might look like, but personality, mind type and stuff, whatever. We're not worrying about like gender roles and shit like that, whatever. We're focused on the task at hand.
Right, okay.
And we're looking towards like the end game, the end goal.
Yeah.
That's my thing. That's my thing and stuff, whatever, right? And I know for me, my opinion and stuff, whatever, I feel like women get to these parts a lot faster than most men. Not saying men don't get there and stuff, whatever. If I look at a woman and stuff like that right now, it's more a physical attraction type of thing.
Right.
And to see where this could possibly transpire. Well, if the woman's looking at me, she probably look at like, she could see like from like initial, this is something that she planned to keep. Something she planned to keep for the long haul.
For the long haul.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she can see a lot further in her world than I can see in my world and stuff with her. I'm probably looking at like, she seems something cool with, something I can hump on.
Yeah.
And she cool peoples. Whatever, right? So, I mean, and she might go deeper and stuff. So if she comes to that point, whatever, where she feels like I'm the man of her dreams, why are you letting pride or ego, your ego's not your amigo, why you let these things stand in the factor of what you want?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, she felt like that and everything. I mean, it might catch me off guard and stuff, whatever, like, because I think we're taught to go about it one way. I was taught to go about it one way and everything, not directly from my parents, but from a societal point of view in this Western world.
Yeah.
This is what's supposed to pop off. The man's supposed to go on one knee, give it a ring. She's supposed to jump up and say yes, or yay or nay, and then we keep it moving. And then we proceed and stuff, and the snowball goes down the hill. So if it comes to the unconventional method, I'm just gonna take a step back and stuff, whatever. I'm gonna like, yeah, I want to be with you. And I'm just gonna look at it like, yo, the overall goal and stuff is us getting married.
Right.
So like, I don't want her to pick out no big ass rock for me, and like, you know, she proposed. Oh my goodness, look, bitches.
Yeah, you're not gonna be all up on IG, flaunting your shit.
Like, yeah, you know.
No,
and I gotta
sure?
get my nails done. Look, bitches. I got my nails
get your cuticles
done.
pushed back. That's all you need. You gotta go all the way.
Yeah, my cuticles all fucked up. Must have cut my finger and shit too. So I got a
Yeah.
band-aid on it. So I don't want to be looking too proper and stuff on that. But I think when it comes down to it and stuff like that, me personally, I take it. If I dragged out the eye,
Yeah.
I'm fucked up.
Yeah. I take it. I see nothing wrong with it.
I take a Rolex.
Do you take the Rolex?
I take a Rolex.
I take either a Rolex
Or the ring?
or no a studded out engagement band.
The fuck is an engagement band? Yo, you did research on this shit.
Listen, man, they got you either get the rings or you do the engagement band. So I want a studded out engagement band. If I don't get the Rolex.
So what? So the engagement band has her name on it?
No, just have my name on it and just studded out.
How the fuck had your name on it? She gave it to you.
Does the engagement ring have her name on it?
No, it don't.
Then.
But when the band might get engaged.
The band don't gotta have her name on it. The band just gotta.
But she's trying to let her property be known.
Just thinking. I would say she put a band on it.
If you like it and you trying to put a band on it. Yo, that's the difference. No, you gotta dance like freaking thing.
I'll be doing the light bulb screw dance.
Nah, what's do the stuff for that? Pop Smoke. You ever seen that YouTube commercial? Please tell me you seen the YouTube commercial.
No, I keep hearing about it. I haven't seen it yet.
Pop Smoke, yo, that thing looks sus. He's like, baby, welcome to the party. Yo, so you gotta have the band. Baby, welcome to the wedding. You see my band, and I'm lit. Son of a bitch. You know, like you just be rubbing your body and stuff. You're like, yo, that's the new dance when you get engaged.
That's the new engagement hustle.
Yo, I don't know. So, to the dudes and stuff, whatever, they feel type of way and stuff, whatever. Like, so someone I ask, you know, I always collect data on my questions and everything. So I was collecting the data and everything. I hit up a few older people,
right?
Yep. Generation people and stuff. And they're like, no, they're old school and stuff, whatever. And I'm like, that preyed in the line of toxic masculinity and toxic femininity. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, times change. So I'm like, so I asked the same people, and I said, men and women. I'm like, if a man is to make 30K. Your woman that you're with is to make 60K. She's making double your income, whatever, right? And she realizes that you're not in the level financially to do something, but her overall goal is to be with you. And she pushed all that that bullshit aside of gender roles and stuff, whatever, you're still gonna feel a type of way that you're not gonna marry her because you make less money.
Nah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. That's toxic masculinity and toxic femininity and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're in different times and stuff, whatever. You just have to adjust to the times and stuff that you're in. So I don't see nothing wrong with a woman proposing to a man, but there's women and stuff looking at. I think one woman said, "I'm the prize. Am I not the prize?" It's always like, it's a lot more y'all than it is of us.
Nah, and truth be told, a lot of men procrastinate, right? It is sometimes you
get milk. Yeah, why buy the cow and get the milk for free?
And that's the thing, right? Then women will be like, nah, you want the cow, put the ring on the cow, then get the cow and the milk, right? And in all fairness,
some of them don't be giving out the milk and
after
they get the ring. After they get the ring,
the milk ceases.
Mm-hmm. The milk stops, man. Or there's like droughts in milk for to develop.
Man, listen, if you're in it for the long haul, it doesn't matter who proposes.
Facts.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get to some shits and stuff. Whatever.
Let's get to some shit.
Let's start locally first, whatever, because this is like a kind of. I don't want to make it to a year-end wrap-up. I don't like year-end wrap-ups too much, whatever. But we'll just get to some stuff like some local shit and stuff.
All right.
First. So, there's tons of murders, tons of shootings, tons of things within the greater Toronto area, the GTA.
Yes.
And everything and stuff, whatever. Rappers are getting touched.
Yes.
And there's a young rapper. His name was Bully.
Right.
With a V.
Right.
For the folks at home. R.I.P. to him and his folks, and pray for his family.
R.I.P. to Bully.
Thoughts and prayers to his family, and thoughts and prayers for me.
Yes.
I take the thoughts, not the thoughts, but the thoughts.
Do you take the thoughts?
Yeah, I'm single. So, his situation and stuff, whatever, for up and coming Toronto rapper and stuff, to get shot, I guess that was his residence, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
It had me thinking and stuff and everything a lot. Like, is it, I want to say, imagery portraying life? Or is it just a life and you're trying to get a new image? So, like, if you bought that life,
yeah,
you're just trying to get something and stuff to add on to like that lifestyle and stuff, whatever, compared to like some people, like they say, Tony Yayo said it. Rap is like wrestling, everything is fake, but it's a good pussy getter and the cash is great.
Yeah.
So a lot of people and stuff, whatever, this is not their world that they actually from, right? And then I remember I was watching Sopranos, I forget what season it was, but there was a fake rapper. He wanted to get shot like 50 to just portray a life.
Yeah. Yeah.
But some of these guys and stuff, this is their life, and it kind of catches up to them.
For me, I think it's a situation where you have art imitating life, life seeing what art is doing, and perpetuating that. So you're asking, okay, what do I mean by that? So if you think about it this way, and I know we're saying homegrown, but rap as it is today, and I would say probably the past decade or so, was all about the hustle. Mm-hmm. The main guys who were behind it were the hustle guys, street guys. Got a lot of rappers who are coming from the streets and are being introduced to the game, right?
So the rappers aren't the grind guys.
The rappers aren't the grind guys, or they used to be the grind guys.
Okay.
But now they're introduced into something that's different, right?
Okay.
So, being that they're former grind guys, being introduced into something that's different, they're still gonna talk about their grind, because that's all they know at the end of the day.
That's their world.
That's their world, right?
Cool.
So, you have your 50 Cents, you have...
they're the top money-making rappers.
Yeah, they're the top money-making rappers.
Yeah.
portrayed that lifestyle, sitting at the top. But what's happening was sitting at the top allowed them not having to have that lifestyle. What they're rapping about.
What do you mean? So because they're sitting at the top, they're not living that lifestyle.
They don't
anymore.
have to. They're not trapping. They're not in the hood trapping.
Right.
Right.
And this is okay. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
They're not in the hood trapping, right? But they're still rapping about these things.
But why? But they're living a different lifestyle now. And this is the reason why I can gravitate to a Jay-Z, why I can't gravitate to some of them. I'm a Jadakiss and Styles P head.
Yeah.
I can probably spit like a Jadakiss song and stuff whatever before I spit over a Jay-Z song.
Yeah.
But Jada's still talking about those type of things and stuff, whatever. But I'm like, yo, how are you still doing this type of stuff? There's no elevation in your world.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's where his world caps out at. Maybe his level of finance still depends on that some way, somehow, some shape, some form, some fortune. He's still tied in.
So if Jadakiss get knocked for some drug charges and stuff, whatever, we just have to understand that because he's still rapping. He's basically living on his rap.
He basically might still be living his rap, and it might be at a different level than where he started from, right? He may not be in the streets, but he may be tied up into it somewhere, somehow, right?
Right.
So you think of a decade of that, right? And then you think of those who are coming up watching that happen, right? Watching these guys on TV, in the public spotlight, the jewelry, the cars, this, that, and the third. And you're seeing some of them may be successful at it, right? Some of them are doing a fair bit more than others, right? So then, hey, either you either got a wicked jump. You either got a wicked jump shot or you sling crack rock, and that's the Biggie line.
Oh yeah.
Now what's being added to that mix is, well, you spit rhymes, because in the hood, spitting rhymes is not looked at as
a way to get you out the hood.
A way to get you out the hood,
right?
Because we've seen a decade of it. We've seen a decade of these guys who are hood guys, who we know they're not in the hood, but they're rapping like they're still in. They're still talking to me. You understand? Right. So I'm the new guy coming up. I'm the new generation that's coming up. That I'm trapping. I'm rapping. I'm doing all of that.
Yeah.
You understand? But here's the thing. When I was in my teenage years growing up, the hustles for the drug dealers was barbershops and hair salons.
To launder money.
To launder their money.
Okay.
Right? To have something business-wise. Those were the things that were running the cut. In this day and age, hip-hop has, I think, taken over for that. So any type of aspect that you could think of in regards to hip-hop, like a clothing store, sneaker store, some type of service, hip-hop music, it's now being looked at a way to funnel money, right? So now you have all these guys who have shitloads of cash that they can't clean through any regular means. They got to be creative on how they do it. So what do? They're going to do stuff that they grew up hearing, and what they know, which is spit lyrics, talk about this, that, and the third. What other job could I possibly do but to become a rapper? So now I can launder all my money. I can go in, I can, buy all this equipment, buy all this studio time, this, that, and the third, hide this here, hide that there. Meanwhile, I get to floss, I get to rap, I get to represent. But while I'm doing all of that, it's just a side hustle. Drug dealing is still my main thing.
So okay, in the case like Bully, he's still drug dealing. He was still drug dealing until he died.
The case like I don't know it personally. Right. I don't know any of these guys' situations personally.
Right.
But I'm just trying to paint a picture of what we're seeing today, because
No, I agree with you with the new lane.
Yeah,
the new
yeah.
lane is rap.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, you don't need a jump shot.
So bully situation is similar in some ways to a lot of situations that has been happening with, you know, previous Toronto rappers that have been getting hit up. They're not getting hit up over rap beef. They're getting hit up over turf war.
Yeah, Smoke Dog.
Right.
Again, last year.
Yeah. So it's a gang related thing that's now infiltrated the Toronto rap scene.
But I think the gang thing is always Toronto rap scene.
Yeah.
Maybe fresh.
Yeah.
But the gang related stuff, like in the rap world, the music world, has always been there.
It's always been there.
Suge Knight.
It's always been there.
Suge Knight is a known blood.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's always been there. But where it differs in the States is, and in that time is, we had so much different varieties of rap music. Right?
Here in Toronto.
No, just in general.
Okay.
When you say Suge Knight and stuff like
Yeah.
that. In that time, we still had variety of rap music.
You don't think we got variety now?
Not as much. Think of all the mainstream rappers. What are they all? They're all talking about the same thing. They're all rapping about the same thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you consider like that part is subjective and stuff?
Other than J. Cole.
J. Cole
And
Cole and Kendrick is in one lane.
J. Cole, Kendrick,
They're in
and
one lane. Drake has his own lane.
right?
Okay. I guess Jay will be considered in another lane because he's like for the older contemporary
Right.
type of thing. Because
Right.
when you get elevated and shit, you become contemporary and stuff, whatever, right? Then you have like I guess somebody like the Baby and stuff, whatever. That's in that kind of lane and stuff, whatever. I guess when you Pop Smoke is like gangster rap, like consider that gangster rap and stuff like that,
Yeah.
whatever. With a little suspect, little dance every now and then on the YouTube commercial, but those are different lanes and different venues and stuff like whatever. And there was still a variety like that back then.
Yeah.
It may not be as vast and in depth as like how many rappers are saturating the lane because my personal opinion, human beings and stuff, whatever, they're more simpler than they are now than they were back then. Because I want to say everybody's more concerned about being an innovator, a pioneer, or brand new back then.
Yeah.
Now everybody's just trying to jump on a wave.
Everybody's copying the same
Yeah,
thing.
they're copying a wave and just getting on that formula.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna be like that's why it's gonna be monotonous and stuff like that, whatever. With like the things and stuff like that. How many? Ask yourself how many like Instagram type things. Okay, you have Facebook. First, shout out to Mark Zuckerberg. You don't need no shout out because your money rich enough. But Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, those are Facebook companies.
Right.
Right. Mark
Right.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
How many other companies and stuff, whatever, have come up to compete? Periscope was one, Snapchat was another, Vine for a minute, and this is like within a decade and stuff. Whatever. You can't name 10
No.
because everybody's just jumping on a wave, and
Right.
it has to be probably something similar. That's what I'm saying. The innovators and stuff aren't there. So now when you're going back to the music and stuff like whatever,
Right.
Why are you gonna go create something or stand out and stuff? And be like, well, you stand out, you might make suck, but you know Migos and everything are like this. You're gonna get on your trippy rap. Hit it, what up, walk it, like I talk it, huh? How about, walk it, huh?
And as long as the industry perpetuates that wave, then you can ride it as long as you possibly can.
Right.
This is and that's part and parcel of the problem is that the gatekeepers are keeping a certain type of sound constant by not playing anything different or not giving you anything variety.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Old Town Road ain't nothing like that other shit.
The formula is still the same. It may not be 100% like it, but it's still got the 808, it's still got the trap drums.
Cause that's still part of rap though.
But this is what I'm saying. Certain type of formulas,
Yeah.
they're not gonna let go. So Old Time Road can slide in using the formula.
Right.
But it's still the same formula, right? Take away that formula.
That's not rap no more though. If you take away the formula.
It's not, no, you can't say that because that wasn't always rap to begin with. It got to that point, evolved to that, right?
Okay.
Rap was something different, right? So you can't say it's not rap if you don't have that element. Once this wave dies down and the new wave comes in, that will be rap. right? And then we won't be saying 808s, this, that, and the third no more. It'll be that way will be done with. But right now, trap has been, how long has trap been that sound? Trap has been that sound for over the decade.
2003.
Pretty much, you know what I mean? So so if you think about that in that perspective, right? Most trap records is gonna be booty, drugs, or dealing or gang related, right?
Money.
So you have that listening to over a decade. You have kids coming in who can do that because that's not hard to make.
Right.
And I mean, it's bubblegum, right? Then you throw in the advent of auto-tune in there. So now you don't even have to sound pitch perfect when you do it. The computer's gonna do all the work, right? So now Tom, Dick, and Harry can be a rapper. So this is what it is. We're not seeing people who are rapping for the fact that they grew up with the passion of rapping. No, we're seeing gang members, gang guys, who can do the ABC stuff, right? Who have the money to put the ABC stuff together, right? And that's not a side gig.
So now I'm playing devil's advocate now. So I'm a don't want to be racist. I'm a non-black person, right? And I say I don't listen to rap because rap is all about gangster shit. I'm not lying. Because what you just said is basically just the gangsters and stuff that are trying to find a way to make some change.
Yeah, but they're not listening for that element. So that's a part of the argument that I was having with this other gentleman, right? Because he was trying to say it's the music, it's the music that's leading the way, right? It's dictating life, right? And I'm telling them no, because you have suburban white kids who are listening to the same music. And not going outside and shooting other white kids or other gang members. So it's not the music. They're enjoying the music just as much as anybody else.
To an extent, depending on the person and stuff, whatever. Because you know for a fact and stuff, whatever. If like you go in a bumfuck Iowa, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Probably far as fuck from a Blood or a Crip and everything like that, where they have some Snoop shit and stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah.
It depends. Music hits. You said when music hits the brain, you feel no pain.
Right.
Sometimes, some people. I told this girl the other day. I'm like, some people listen to music and some people feel.
Of
music.
course,
So
100%.
if you feel the music and stuff, whatever, you might fuck around, feel like you a gangster. So now, little Becky told Annie told Jimmy, and now they all know the Skinny and stuff, and they're all in the suburbs, way out there, driving in their cars that their parents bought them. Thug life, baby, with the West Side and stuff. And I'm like, you're in Iowa. Your parents, no one you know has been in this thing and stuff, whatever. You're like, Pac feels me.
But they're gonna act it to a certain extent, right?
Shit, okay. Some of them might live that shit to the full extent. Continue.
Some of them, but compared to those who are actually living it day by day inside the hood, where the rap is actually imitating. Yeah. These guys are just imitating what the rap is doing. The rap is imitating the hood. Absolutely. These guys are imitating the rap.
Right.
They're gonna stop at the point where you need to pop a motherfucker. They stopping at that point. They're rapping the lyrics. They're not gonna leave their good home in Iowa to go. You know what I mean? Unless it's Todd and Todd's off the rockers. So Todd is probably just one screw loose from going and just shooting up a whole damn school. Right. So that's something just totally separate from the idea of music setting that pace. Right. But when I'm talking to my boy and I'm saying, with the suburban kids, what's the difference? Well, the difference is they're not caught up in gang-related stuff. They're not caught up in crime-infested neighborhoods. They're not living the life, or they're not a part of the life what rap is talking about.
I agree with you on that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's only a matter of time because if we're using Toronto as an aspect, somebody told me, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I claim like I know everything. Everybody used to be in the hood. The hoods of Toronto, Woolner, Jane and Finch, the East End, the dominant places and stuff like that, whatever. And then when their peoples and stuff, or their families got a little change, or say they want to do a little better, they move out to like the suburbs, to like the Bramptons, the Mississaugas, go out to like the Pickerings, the Ajax.
I think that's
they scattered.
I think that's like all places come from the hood. Yeah.
Hear me out. So when they do all this type of stuff and everything like that, whatever, you have the person who grew up in those hoods. Right. They're moving to the suburbs to somebody who was just listening to this shit and trying to just live a life. Yes. Whatever, right? They're just enjoying it for what it is. Yes. And now they see, like, you the thugger, and I'm the basic Betty and stuff, whatever, that just listen to the music and everything. That you come in my neck of the woods now, you're living there, and I'm seeing this shit like, yo, this is just like that track I heard. I'm seeing you, and I'm like, this shit is 130% real. I need to either turn up my gangster or turn down my shit when I step to a real nigga. Yeah. So now if I see you and stuff, it'll be like, what up, you know, and everything. I'm like, it's sink or swim right there. It's like, how's it going? You know, either I approach you like that, or I'll be like, yo, what up? Be like, what up, fam? You good? Hey, shit, this is my hood. Welcome to the hood and everything. Be welcome to the party. And then that's what I'm saying. So now my fake shit is now trying to turn in my fake shit into some real shit, because now I see you in action. You don't even fuck with me. You don't rock with me. But because I see this now, I'm now extra hyped and jazzed because I was seeing this all on the net, and now it's live and direct. Right. Now I'm getting hyped up and boosted up and everything, like whatever. So if it is some shit that Papa say, I do turn up my gangster, and it is some shit where like you might be slapping around, or you might rob a friend of mine who always buys his juice box and everything. Yeah. Now I got you. Fall back. Ain't nobody gonna do that to you in my neck of the woods. You know what I'm saying? And you look, and then I step to you kind of tough. You might only have one gun. My parents had the money for a damn arsenal. And now we just took your old Toronto lifestyle and brought war to Mississauga.
But what you're describing is 30%. The other 60%. That's a
high percentage, though, fam.
The other 60% is turning down.
It's turning down? You think so? You think it's that?
The other 60% is turning down, man. They're living life vicariously through music. And once, it's just like, it's like the person who identifies with black people. Okay. Right? And as soon as some shit about to go down and black people about to get in trouble, all of a sudden they bone straight white and don't know nothing about black people again. Yeah. Similar. You're listening to the music, you're getting into the characters.
But then you have a percentage of stuff that do rock with it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So you have the 30. You'll have the 30. I
think you can say 30. I might say half and half. The reason why I say half and half, because I feel like even if you take away rap, Ariana Grande or whatever, right? She pop. Yeah. Ariana Grande has a song like "I'm Bored," break up with your girlfriend. Yes. And everything. And these suburban chicks and stuff like that, whatever, they think this is a cool thing. Yes. I can take, like, I'm Chanel, and I'm gonna go take Tyler, football captain, away from this girl, and then tell him to break up with his girlfriend.
I get that, but you're talking about something that would be considered a universal problem amongst girls around the world. Because girls around the world will experience a breakup, right? Not everybody around the world is going to experience gangster violence.
No, but remember, you have 1%ers, and then what's the other percentage after the 1%ers? If the 1%ers are the billionaires, the well-off people, the wealthy people and stuff, let's give them 10. Okay. Let's give them 10. Okay. You still have 89% that's still damn near pro or ghetto or hood.
Yes.
That's still a lot. What is you saying?
But they're not in the hoods killing each other.
No, they're not in the hoods killing each other. Not every hood is killing each other.
You're going to have pockets. You're going to have pockets of violence that surrounds poor neighborhoods. You're going to have hundreds of poor neighborhoods. Absolutely. Right? Not all of these poor neighborhoods are going to be plagued with violence to the extent where gang members are killing gang members. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to have different levels of it. Mm-hmm. But what we're talking now is that section, that particular section, right? Who have now fallen under the shield of hip hop because they've decided they're no longer going to be salon and barbershop owners. Right. They're going to be rap label record
Right,
producers.
you said that. Yeah, this is new shit.
This is the new shit, right? So when we see them pop up on the news,
Right.
being murdered, we can't automatically associate that with rap music. We gotta be able to say now. It's
But you're part of that world. I'm not part of that world. If I'm suburban Joe, and that 60% that you claim, you put me in that 60% and everything.
Right.
I don't know that world. I'm to take whatever the media is giving me. If I'm turning on my 10 o'clock news and I'm seeing this shit and they're portraying this dead rapper and stuff, whatever, I don't care about that world. I care about, do I drive in that area or do I buy groceries in that area and stuff, whatever, and do I have to watch my back when I'm in that area? So that's my thing.
And that is one of the things that I said was part and parcel of the problem of just the Canadian rap scene.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's not enough rappers in the Canadian rap scene who are not doing that, who are getting the just deserves, getting the shine and getting so forth. Mm-hmm. Where people who are on the everyday level looking in, not knowing what we know, right?
Right.
Looking from the outside can say,
right,
oh, well, that's just a small portion.
Facts.
Right?
Right.
I know this rapper, I know this side, and I know they're not involved in any of that stuff. That their music doesn't scream to that sort of stuff. Because we never hear about that. We never hear about them. We only hear about these guys. Right? So then that's why somebody from the outside can look at it and say, well, I'm not driving in that hood. But for every one bad egg, there could be 3 good eggs in that same hood.
Yeah, but human nature and stuff, whatever. You're always going to focus on the bad before
you're going to focus on the bad before you focus on the good.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's my thing and stuff, whatever, is that, like, I don't want to spend all day on this, whatever, but my thing and stuff is that, yes, what you're saying and stuff is absolutely valid.
Yeah.
But the messed up thing and stuff, whatever, is that if I'm not from that world and all I'm getting is bad from that world, how do you expect me to find a good when I don't know nothing about that world, but anything that leaks out from that world is the bad?
Oh, you're not expected to find anything good about that world.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They're not pushing anything good about that world. That's my thing,
because like even like if you, like, was it? Somebody was telling me stuff like Hell's Angels and shit, they do like some shit where they give like knapsacks and school supplies and all that type of shit, whatever.
Yes.
I'm not from that world. I know nothing about that world.
Yes.
But when I get fed the bad and everything like that, whatever, I still know Hell's Angels will fuck a person up.
Oh yeah.
On a drop of a hat.
Yeah.
And they roll together and they have their bars and their establishment. They have organized crime, drugs, and prostitution, all that type of shit in there, whatever, compared to the little knapsack thing. This is a knapsack.
Hypothetically, we really know nothing about the Hells Angels.
I don't know. Just shoot some shit.
Yeah.
Just shoot some shit. And then you have this damn big ass thing of what the media and stuff has been given about them. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like from right there, whatever, even if you flip the Hells Angels and stuff and turn it to like gangster rap and all the above and like the good or the good ones that might come out and stuff and everything. When you hear Compton, Kendrick Lamar would never run across your mind.
No.
NWA, Game, Straight Outta Compton, Bomb Bomb Gang Gang, and then you hear like Nobel, what was it? Is it Nobel Peace? No, Pulitzer Prize winner.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar and stuff, whatever. No one would ever think a Pulitzer Prize winner would come out of Compton.
No one would ever think Serena and Venus Williams would be coming out of Compton.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. When you're not from that world, you're going to focus on that bad before you try to hunt for the good. And you just want to make sure your world don't collide with that bad world. It's the same thing like with if somebody tell me, oh, they're going to go to the Middle East and stuff, whatever. Not everywhere in the Middle East and stuff is terrorist run. I know that.
Yeah.
But somebody automatically like, Taliban, bitch? They blow shit up over there, boo-boo. You know what I'm saying?
You sure you want to go there?
And I'm like, yo, that's just one part and stuff out of the thing. They're like, I don't know, though. You know, they do the little hands up. I don't know, though. That's all you, though. Go ahead. Take you a bulletproof vest with you in your trip. All right. We'll miss you. R.I.P. So, that's it.
But, I mean, on the real, listen, man, just go out there and get money and forget about all the killing.
No, get your money. Get your
coins, money, man. Get your
coins.
Listen, we all know it's facts. It's the truth of the world is money makes it go around.
Facts.
You can't do anything in this world without it. So you gotta go out there and get your coins. The killing over everything else. I don't think that's necessary. You got to be able to find another way to do it.
Somehow, some way. All right. Let's touch on some quick year shit, whatever. Well, the biggest scandals that stood out to you this year? Biggest scandals, biggest headlines stood out to you this year?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Colin Kaepernick was one for the decade.
For the decade or the year?
Oh, for the year?
The year.
Oh, we doing years first?
We're doing the year first.
I'd have to go with the impeachment.
The impeachment?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, soft things. I don't know.
Soft things?
Why?
Because he's only the third president in history, right? Leading up to the impeachment, there's a lot of things that were supposed to happen that didn't happen, which led
him not getting removed.
Yeah, which led to a lot of people thinking that the impeachment probably wouldn't happen, and just Donald himself, the figure, being defiant, even. Even in the situation where you know your ass is just wrong.
I mean, I don't rock with Donald Trump, whatever, but you gotta give credit's due. The shit he does and stuff is fucking amazing. The most dumbest things he say, the most absolute absurd shit, but he can still say, "I'm still president." So
at the end of the day, he's still president.
He's still president. So yeah. For me, I'm on the fence between, for this year, the whole school scam thing with Aunt Becky from Full House, and Storm Area 51. Those two things and stuff, whatever, is the funniest and things that kind of stuck out to me and stuff. I'm on the fence. I want to give Aunt Becky more of a push because I was saying stuff like that sparked more of a conversation with a lot of people than I thought, because some people are like, it's not fair, it's unethically not right. But I'm like, if you had money though, you knew your kid was cooking for Cocoa Puffs, like they didn't have the know-how to do and get to these prestigious places, but you know that graduation, that degree from that school can go take them so far.
Take them so far.
The fuck? And you got the money to spend?
Yeah.
You're not gonna do it?
Might do it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that right there, it created like a nice little thing and stuff, whatever. Storm Area 51, because your dumb ass said you wanted to go.
I wanted to go.
And there was tons of people and stuff, whatever. Was like,
they wanted to go too.
No, not only they wanted to go, but people were saying like, why didn't we think of this before? And I was like, Area 51 has been around from like eons, right? They're like, why do you wait till technology got super high advanced, or it's easy for them to stop you now? Before, so I was like, oh shit. I was like, you know.
Nah, I think it's because now more people are awake to the bullshit.
More awake to the bull?
Awake to the bullshit.
What do you mean?
That, you know what I mean, a lot of stuff where you think couldn't have happened or weren't possible to happen, you realize, okay, yeah, it could possibly happen and probably did happen.
Oh, more aware.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean? And it's so I think that's part and parcel of why we see it like so much of a turn up now. Yeah. Because back in the day, if you stormed Area, you told people you're gonna storm Area 51 because you're gonna find the aliens there, they're gonna look at you like you're nuts.
Absolutely.
But now they're looking at you like, well, the aliens could probably be there, or they could be somewhere else at some other bases. They're not even questioning the fact that, you know what I mean, there's an alien or not. It's whether they're there or somewhere else now. That's the type of thought that we have in this day and age.
I thought, you know, funny thing too, for you, I thought the thing would have been the black pageant winners. I thought that would have been the biggest thing for you.
For this year?
For you, I thought that would have been the thing that stood out the most to you, whatever, because when you're looking at all the black pageant thing and stuff, and when you brought it up and everything, I had a few people and stuff that contacted me. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, this winner's going to be black too. They're trying to distract us. Stay woke! Niggas sleeping. So I was like, oh, word. I'm like, yeah. And I got a few DMs and stuff, whatever about it. And I got a few, like, if I see some people and stuff, they're like, yo, it's a black pageant winner again, baby. Something's up. And I was like, they're like, yo, your boy's right. And I was like, man, that's... You know, I'm one of the assholes. I'm just happy to be here on the podium. But yeah, that's all on you. So that's why I thought it would have stood out to you. So okay, for the decade.
For the decade.
You're saying Colin Kaepernick.
So we said a few things we're saying. 3.
What for the scandal or biggest headline to you for the decade?
I want to say Obama for the decade.
Why Obama? He was elected and stuff before the decade.
But how many years of his 8 was in the decade?
6.
6 out of 4 ain't bad.
6 out of 4.
Yeah, well, if the decade is 10 years.
Yeah.
6 out of 6. You know what I mean? Sorry, 6 out of 10 ain't bad.
Boy, you're doing meth right now.
I'm not doing math. I'm doing math.
They're doing meth, not math. Yeah.
But you mean the 4 years he wasn't in the decade, or was it in the presidency? He still made a name for himself. So, yeah, I would say Obama, man.
Yeah,
I would say Obama. He made a lot of things seem possible. Not to say that they weren't possible before.
Biggest headline for the decade to me, I think the rise of the Black Lives Matter thing. For me.
For you?
The reason why I say that and stuff is because it's not like Black lives didn't matter before, and it's not like all lives didn't matter and everything like whatever. But it took, I want to say, if black people and stuff in America went from whites to coloreds to whites only, blacks only, to the point where they have a vote, they can do some things, and they're trying to come up and everything till you got to a point where you're having black millionaires and black billionaires and everything.
Yeah.
To finally, they decide to make it. Sometimes you gotta take tragedy to turn it to triumph. So after the Mike Brown thing and these things start coming alive and everything, these things are here. Do I fully agree with them and stuff, whatever? Fuck no. But I like the initiative.
Yeah.
And I like the thought behind it and stuff and everything. So that has been like the headline and stuff with it, because there's no space, shape, or form. You can't go anywhere on the planet now and not drop that 3 words, and then people have an idea of what it is. You can go in friggin' Denmark and say Black Lives Matter. They be like, may not matter too much here, but you got some black people here. But I understand.
Yeah. What would you consider to be the bigger of the 2 movements that happened this decade? Black Lives Matter
Or Me Too?
Or Me Too?
Somebody asked me that question and shit the other day too. And I'm going to say the Me Too. The reason why with the Me Too is because, my opinion, you have more people more people behind that world.
Right.
With the finance. Compared to like the Black Lives Matter, the people and stuff, whatever. Like I want to say you might have a few people might dish out ends.
Yeah.
Might pay for a few court cases or something like that and everything. That's like random moments and stuff, or random things that might move certain individuals,
right,
and everything like that, whatever, right? Like Jay's not fitting the full bill for all Black Lives Matter. He's not funding a division of Black Lives Matter and stuff, or wherever he may be. But like when it came to like the cops dealing with that family with the whole dollar store thing and the doll for the kid,
yeah,
and how they pulled the guns and pulled out the pregnant mom and everything like whatever,
yeah,
he took his money and dealt with that case,
right.
When it came to like that world, they came out in a collective. The ducats and stuff was real. Remember, I think like, was it Grammy or something like that?
Yeah.
They were wearing like, I think white roses or something like that to signify. I think it was the Grammys or the Emmys or something like that. Whatever. They were all wearing that, and the people and stuff behind it, they're the 1%ers.
Yeah.
And they have the money and stuff for them. So that's why this thing is still going, baby. So that's why I think they have the bigger movement. So that's my opinion.
Which one do you think Oprah sides with more?
The Me Too. The Me Too. Oprah around with black people. Last time you seen Oprah on BT.
I was about to say, was last time you seen Oprah with black people? I was going to say the color purple.
Nah, man. Her and Gail are like this, baby.
Gail's black?
Yeah, Gail black, man. Don't let that Miami Mexican tan fool you, man. She up there and stuff, she black. But yeah, like I feel like that's where Oprah and stuff for her allegiance and stuff will lie. I mean, the Neverland thing?
Yeah.
The Russell Simmons thing dropping?
Yeah.
Oh, Oprah's about that Me Too, boo. She about that Me Too shit.
I heard there's a lawyer by the name of Chris Brown that's going around and he's trying to put the shackles on Black Hollywood with the whole Me Too movement too.
I heard briefly about it. Elaborate for me.
Well, I know I heard him coming after Damon Dash with claims from one woman, and then there was another person. I don't know what the other person's name is. Can't remember right now, but apparently he's in there working and trying to weed out all the black people who they consider to be offenders.
Yeah.
Of the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Me Too's gonna be stronger than the black, right? That's a given. But like I said, the Come Alive thing. So for this decade, who are your winners? Give me 3 winners of this decade for you.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt. Okay. He did some stuff early before. Because his first Olympics was in 2004?
Yeah.
No. Sorry, 2008.
Was it? Isn't it 2008?
2008. That's when he dominated and stuff, whatever. And that's when he broke most of the records. And the other ones just kind of just fell in suit. Okay.
Yeah. But to be able to do that 2 times after, within that next decade.
For 12 and the 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a feat, man. You know what I mean? To be that fast for that long and be that dominant.
Okay.
I would have him there. I'm gonna throw back Obama. I'm gonna put Obama in there as well.
All right.
And Drake.
Okay, why Drake? I said Drake too, but I want to hear why.
Drake, not only for being dominant within the music scene, but also transcending the music scene. He's changed the way how we listen to pop, hip hop, and R&B. He's blurred the lines of pop, hip hop, and R&B, and he's helped shape a whole new genre of music. And all while just doing this as a considered a whim, you know what I mean? If you really think about it, here's a guy that grew up, doing acting pretty much all his life till he got to a certain point and figured, hey, I don't want to act no more. I'm gonna go into music.
Right.
And it's not to say that he was a megastar actor. No, he was just an actor.
Right.
But he's become a megastar musician,
right.
Artist. You know what I mean? So, that's a feat in itself. If you would look at it the other way around. You know what I mean? You would think if he was like a popular actor, then he's come into this world, then almost you wouldn't expect him to achieve the same type of success, but you would expect him to be
rare.
Good. Yeah.
Definitely rare.
Yeah, but you expect him to be well off, being that he's coming from a world that he was already good in already, right? But to be coming from a world that you're not dominant in,
right,
and then just totally dominate for over a decade.
I can agree. I say Drake. Drake would be my number 3 on the list. Same reasons. I think the only difference and stuff between ours. Drake made it acceptable or digestible to a good portion of people.
Yeah.
It's okay to rock with the loser. The reason why I say it is because it's Pusha T. With Pusha T's thing and stuff like that, whatever, that's one part. And then with the whole Meek Mill's thing, how they kind of squashed it within it's not even like a 5-year gap went between their beef.
Right.
He made it digestible and stuff. Be like, yo, you lose, it's okay.
Yeah.
This is just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Pusha T's thing, he knew he lost.
Yeah.
And everything, and then he's just like, I just don't like the guy and everything, and just, everybody just. I never really thought people really rock with losers and stuff like that so much, whatever. Because I want to say I come from a world where like what Nelly's saying, I am number 1, 2 is not a win, and 3 nobody remembers.
Right.
So like if you're not number 1 or Ricky Bobby, you're not first, you're last, baby. And he made it digestible for the peoples and stuff like that. The Vegas residency, the touring, all that type of stuff for the hand clap, salute. That's great shit. My number 2, Teflon Donald J. Trump. The reason why
I was gonna say Donald. I know Donald is in your list somewhere.
Come on, man. Teflon Don, baby. All the bullshit he does and everything, and he's still sitting. I want to say that Apprentice wave and stuff just died out in the beginning of the decade.
Right.
And for another, I want to say, non-politician to do this shit and stuff, whatever. You don't see how these motherfuckers getting motivated? The Rock wants to campaign. Kanye wants to campaign. They're like, if Trump could do it, so can they do it and stuff, whatever, right? Like I said, the bullshit he says and he does and everything like that, whatever, it's unfathomable. Like, how some toxic,
Adam.
you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Number 1 on my list, it's not one person, it's a group. The Kardashians, folks.
The Kardashians,
man. If your name start with a freaking K, in that world, you've lived like a Caesar on this decade. That show's been running how many freaking seasons?
Yeah.
This bitch is playing catch up with the Simpsons, okay? Their season's playing catch up with the Simpsons. They're almost there.
Wow.
1, 2, fucking every chick that gets plastic surgery wants to look like a Kardashian. 3, they boosted black stock. They made it seem like they made that rich chick and stuff, whatever, like, hey, it's okay to date a black man because the Kardashians are doing it.
I wonder
Go ahead.
how much stock they raised in interracial porn.
Nah, it was always there.
It was always there.
It was always.
You don't think there would have been a bump with the Kardashians being so attracted to black men and women having the curiosity and not having none of their own, just jump into the porn hole real quick and go into interracial?
Nah. The reason why I say that and stuff like that, because that once you go black, you never go back thing has always been there before them.
Right.
So now after, I guess, like, you know, they seen Ray J or some shit like that, DeRay and Kim and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
They probably just look like, I guess I gotta try these black guys out for myself.
Okay.
So I don't think it really went past that, whatever, because right now, it takes a real type of person to kind of mention the stuff like the Kardashians and stuff, whatever, and say like, yo, they all started from a fucking sex tape. You know what I'm saying? And the mom pimped them hard and stuff, whatever, right? And I was like,
I ain't got no problems with saying they started from a sex tape.
yeah, but some like
that's
some
where
people
they started. Started from the bottom.
Started from the bottom. She was the bottom.
She was the bottom.
But I think my like I want to say I don't really have a beef. I think my issue and stuff, whatever, is what I want to blame. I want to blame more Kim, but I want to blame Kanye too. Because when you're husband and wife, you're together, right?
Yeah.
And how would you feel if your woman posed on Instagram the way how Kim does? I think she had a photo one time. She had a titty out. Another time she naked. Like all in this decade. And all this type of. How would you feel?
I would feel away.
Right. Because I'm like, the only time I think a man is not feeling the type of way if he, you know, has a nice shiny chalice.
Yeah.
And has some glasses. And his shit says pimp. That's the only way you feel comfortable with stuff, they're putting your main chick out there to the world like this.
Unless your main chick is like a goddess and, you know, there's no other chance in the world for anybody else.
Those are my titties.
Those are your titties?
My titties.
Yeah, but you can say that sipping from your chalice, looking at all the other guys, drool running, and you look at, you're like, you look nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. You remember Kanye had a concert and stuff, right? He had to stop the show and go save her and everything and stuff because she was tied up in a damn Paris hotel. You remember that? There wasn't going to be his titties no more. They lucky they stopped at that.
Listen,
and that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I still say that was a setup.
Okay, hashtag Illuminati. You can say what you want. But what I'm saying, like,
they wanted those jewels bad and they didn't want to pay for them.
Like, I don't know. Do you celebrate her or hate her for the photos? Like, every time when I see the photos, I feel a type of way. Because
I don't think you can feel a type of way though, because that's the world she was coming from.
Well, what?
That-
The sex tape world?
That's the whole that's the whole thing she embodies. She embodies her freedom as a woman to do what she wants to do. Her
And
sexuality.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm always on the fence when it comes to Kim K and those photos.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing. I was just talking to a woman the other day, right? And I was talking to her and I said, I called it beautiful,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
This particular woman feels like, I don't know. To me, I felt like she took my words and just like, it was like air touching her skin. Like it did nothing. Whatever. I'm like, I just gave you a compliment to let you know, you're not pretty. You're beyond that.
Yes.
Whatever. In my world, I find you very attractive and you're beautiful.
Okay.
And everything. And certain women, they struggle to get a compliment or wording like that.
Right.
Right? Because so many women body shame themselves like often. Like,
yeah.
look at fucking, I seen a Dove commercial and stuff, whatever. It moved me, whatever. Got emotional. They had 2 lines to go in the building. They had the beautiful line.
Yeah.
This for women. Beautiful line and women and average woman. And there's beautiful women walking in the average woman line. And then when they walked in, they seen the Dove camera crew, like, why'd you walk in through there? You're gorgeous. You could be a runway model. I don't feel that pretty. Women struggle with that. And with Kim K, she embodies and stuff like, yo, this is what it is. This is my beauty. So I'm like, you have so many that are, self-hating.
Yeah.
And then you have a person that's kind of congratulating and stuff and everything about what they are and X, Y, and Z and all the above.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, I'm a fan. But then you're a mom too. You're a wife.
That's where how do you draw the line?
Right. See, that's why I said I'm on the fence with it.
Well, how do you draw the line, and where do you draw the line? It's funny because, and I think this is the part of the new age woman, the modern woman.
Okay.
Whereas before, you were looked at and you were thought of to, have your career first, right? Then settle down and have a family, right? Now it's have your career, have your family while you have your career, juggle both, right? If this was Kim and this was back in the day,
that wouldn't work.
She would have did all of that, right? Had a career, right? Stopped that with her career, and then have her family. And then we wouldn't be talking about this because she would be doing these sort of stuff while she's just a family woman.
Right.
But the fact that she's juggling both is where the problem lies. Because in one situation, your job calls for you to be a sexy, confident, mind-forward woman, right? In another situation, it calls for you to be a wholesome mom and a good wife.
Right.
2 things that traditionally don't blend together. So now this is what we're seeing.
Well,
this is what people are kicking out against.
Right.
This is the new norm.
This is the new norm, which is fair. And I, like I said, I understand that, what you were saying and stuff like that, because I was saying the same thing. I was like, I guess this is the new wave and stuff like that to come up and everything like that. But then certain things and stuff kind of clash with it because I want to say the ideology, like the same thing what you were saying. The ideology and stuff is still there. Are you a mom or are you for you? Like, are you thinking of family or are you thinking of self? Because at the end of the day, when these kids come up and everything like that, whatever, they have to feel the grunts. Like T.I. with the whole hymen check shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? His daughter got to deal with that feedback and stuff with her. He said his piece and stuff with her. It's done. But his daughter got to deal with that. And that shit might have a residual effect for a bit.
But I think stars have struggled with that for quite some time. You know what I mean? Like, how do you draw that line? Like, because even if you're an actor, you got to act a certain way because you're the role calls for you to act a certain way. That way where you act, or that scene that you're doing, or that acting that you're portraying may not drive with the morals of today's society.
Fact.
And while it doesn't jive for the morals of today's society, even though you're acting, if you have young kids, they might not necessarily be able to differentiate your acting from what real life is.
Right. But I think that's a parental aspect, though.
You try to shield them as much as you can by having them not watch what your body of work is if it's of that aspect, right? But there's only so much shielding that you can do.
Pretty much. But
right?
see, my thing is even a parental aspect. Like, even if you're the celebrity and everything like that, and I'm not, and my kid is to absorb that world and stuff and everything, I think we've come apart and stuff, whatever, or we've come in the collective to realize what we see in movies or TV is not real.
Right.
But she is a quote unquote reality star. Yes. So hence that's real as it supposedly gets.
Yes.
We know it ain't real scripted,
yes.
but it's supposed to be as real as it gets.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not like if you're playing a role and then it's all said and done. You can play a role and stuff as a gay crackhead. Right?
Right.
But then when you're done the movie and stuff, whatever, compared to like the other movies you probably been in, they weren't the same. They didn't typecast you and stuff into that hope. They didn't typecast you and stuff like that in that kind of realm.
Yeah.
So we just know that was a straight fictional part and call it a day. But she's a reality star. And then that's what that type of dance like. So okay, let's not even she's big star and stuff like that. Let's say you're a regular, you always wanted to dance. You a stripper, you know? You shiny smooth. You know what I'm saying? You doing the thing. You doing your pole work and stuff, whatever, you know. You're like, ladies, put your meat hooks together for
welcome to the party.
Right, you know, you go up there and stuff like that, rip off your little tearaway pass, or you know, and just going at it, whatever. You out there dancing and shit, whatever. Women throwing you ducats of dollars. You know, you got so much money on the stage, whatever. They got to get a push broom to carry your money out and stuff with you. The next day, you go to the grocery store and you with your son at the grocery store, and some woman walk up to you and stuff like, hey, why don't you go dance by the fruits and start throwing you some money and stuff, whatever. What are you going to say to that? You're like, hey, that was just a part of me. I'm in my parental aspect and stuff now. And they're like, nah, bitch, you're a stripper reality. So you're a stripper all the damn time.
I'm off the clock, man.
When are they gonna know when you're off the clock?
I'm off the clock.
You think they gonna care?
I'm not in the club, I'm off the clock.
Yo, you think they gonna care?
They better care.
Look at the paparazzi. The paparazzi don't stop.
No, the paparazzi, their whole job is to chase you down while you're not working.
Right, and
that's the paparazzi's job.
And now we in the social media time and shit like that. Whatever. You at a friggin' restaurant with, say it's Drake.
Right.
You at a restaurant, stuff, eating with your woman and stuff like whatever, and then she look and stuff. She's like, oh shit. I think Drake just took a photo and stuff, whatever. From like over, oh my gosh, it's Drake. He's here. He's here. I gotta get a picture. I'll be back. I'm just gonna get a photo and I'll be back. And he's eating. She's like, Drake, hi, how are you? I'm off the clock. That shit ain't gonna fly.
What do you mean?
That shit ain't gonna fly.
What do you mean?
Yo,
Hollywood stars do it all the time.
all right.
Jordan's famous for snuffing people who ask for autographs.
Jordan's an older star before that social media shit was on the height and the rise. Jordan is an ultimate. You know how many people write off Jordan as an asshole? Yo, to this day, they write Jordan MJ off as them as an ultimate asshole. Look at LeBron. You see, LeBron learned from MJ. He's like, I'm out here autographing. What's up, kids? How are you? Giving pieces on the street. You see all that shit?
I remember when Pliers came out with his story. How MJ snuffed him.
Oh yeah. What do you say?
Pliers like, fuck MJ.
You see? That shit is not happening today, man. No, sir. No, sir. Man. Yo, I don't know. The parental aspect and stuff, whatever, I think that's the part that just weighs on me. That's just the thing and stuff, whatever. Because at the end of the day and stuff, whatever, you can't think of yourself anymore once you have children. My opinion. Just my opinion.
No. I think once you have children, then obviously you have to consider them. Prior to having children, though, you marry your husband, and if your husband is looking for you to, now behave a certain way, out of due to respect, he's also got to remember how he met you.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
how he was attracted to you, because we know there was a lot of naked pictures Kanye was up in as well, right? So at the end of the day, I know you backslid off the mountain and slid right back onto the mountain, and now you go and telling it to the mountain that your wife be dressing half naked. Now you're trying to get your half naked wife to put on some more clothes.
I'm confused.
I don't know. Proverbial
mountains, or her tits big like mountains, or the ass big like mountains? There's a lot of mountains.
All these mountains, they the mountains. They the mountains.
Okay. Woo! Just make sure I'm right. Just making sure I'm right. All right. It's okay. Real quick, kids. Do you believe in disciplining your children online?
Nah.
There's you see a lot of these parental figures and stuff that are out here disciplining their kids and stuff and posting online and everything.
Yeah.
I remember one mother, she said her daughter's acting being a hoe and everything and stuff, whatever. Like, she was 12 years old. Why are you chatting to a grown-ass man and, like, posting this video and everything like that? Some parents are like, no, you got to shut this shit down. And some other parents are like, you're shaming and hurting the girl's feelings and her mental state. Are you for it or against it? You're definitely against it.
I'm against. Listen, I'm against anything that should be a private situation being online. Whether it be disciplining your child, whether it just be, we talk about this all the time of people filming acts of kindness. Why are you filming acts of kindness for? To put online? Like, nah, that certain things don't need to be captured. For the world to see. The world don't need to know your business, your entire business. Your world don't need to know how you discipline your child. All that should matter to you is your child being disciplined.
Right.
And your child understanding why they're being disciplined, and your child taking the lessons from that. That's where discipline should start and discipline should end. It shouldn't be any public display of anything.
Clout.
To say you're the baddest parent on the block, but what's the clout in that though?
I don't know. I barely post online.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what the clout in that would be though. To show that you can embarrass your child. I mean,
and I think that it's just the fact that, like, the view shit, whatever, right? The views and the likes, those things. Remember, they make people feel good. Like, I seen there's a father.
Listen,
go ahead.
If you're gonna feel good about getting views over you disciplining your child, then there's something wrong with you. There's something got to be wrong with you. If you're gonna feel good about getting likes for disciplining your child over social media, yeah.
Well, because people. Well, I think there was a thing I seen a long time ago. Say different type of likers, whatever. Right? There's people that like things that they actually genuine and truly like. The people just trigger finger like shit.
Yeah.
And other people and stuff that rarely like things and stuff like that, whatever, right? So you don't know what kind of liker you're getting, or the people just know you and just want to support you.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know what kind of likes you're actually getting, that how it means or translating stuff in their world. So if you're a person and stuff, whatever, that you might be fishing for the attention and stuff like whatever, because social media is a highlight reel of a person's life.
Right.
If you get into that realm and stuff, whatever, where you're like, oh, you post up photos of you out and about, you might get 30 likes. But then now you post this thing and stuff, whatever, about you disciplining your child and stuff, because people are parents and some of the people would discipline their kids like that, whatever.
Yeah.
Say it's not even like 1 million people that would discipline the kids like that. Just like out of the world population, let's say just only 100,000. And it's been going from 30 likes to 100,000 likes. That must be a different type of feeling in general.
It must. But for you to just get some type of joy from that, I don't know.
Yeah, different. That's a different type of parents out here.
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
right?
You're right. It is
different type of parents.
Different day and age.
Facts. You can't raise your kids in the time that you were raised in.
No. That should be a Soul Sisters Sons.
Why not?
That should be a Soul Sisters Sons.
Like, did you ever have to work hard for your parents' approval? Because, some people and stuff, whatever, like, I know some people, like, they feel a type of way if their parents acknowledge some things. Remember when I don't know if it happened to you, but when you're little, I think I probably had a few things and stuff like that. I had an OG mom, my mom and stuff, whatever. She would put a few things on. The only thing she'll put on the fridge was the report card.
Right.
So if I'm like, yo, look, I did this today, she might have like a drawer full of like artwork and like stick figure people and houses and the sun. You remember how people just did the little house, the triangle and then the square and shit?
Yeah.
She probably had like a drawer full of that shit, but she just had the report card on the fridge. Whatever, right? That was the only thing warranted and stuff, whatever, right? And with me, that for me, it instilled in me and stuff like all the other shit is minuscule until the greater good. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So that was my way of trying to seek approval from my mom. Whatever, right? To make sure my overall grades and stuff, whatever, was on point.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, that was like when she nodded, she's like, yeah, I had a boy. Hitting the honor roll. Okay, I see you. That I felt good. And I remember I was watching the anime and stuff, watching Naruto and shit like that, whatever. And there was two brothers and stuff, whatever. One brother and stuff, whatever, he was like genius, excelled at every fucking thing. Like he blinked and he was just great.
Right.
For no damn reason. And his little brother seen him just do all this great shit, and the father would just praise the brother. So like he was fishing for the approval of his pops and stuff, whatever. And like I think it took like weeks of training for one thing to kind of get that approval and stuff and everything. And his father's like, my boy, that's what I'm talking about. Good job.
Yeah.
And that man, he couldn't tell him nothing. He was walking on cloud 12. Fuck 9. And that's what I'm saying. Some people, you know, do things and stuff for the approval of their parents.
Right.
Did you have to do anything for the approval of your parents?
I wouldn't say have to do it, but yeah, there's that want. There's that want, you know what I mean, to show your parents that, you know, certain things, you're right, that they've instilled in you, and you've managed to execute those things and make it part of your daily routine or your livelihood. Like you're saying, your mom was big on education, so you were able to take that, instill it into what you're doing, and become good at it to the point where she recognizes it.
Right.
And, you know, she not only does she recognize it, she understands that you've now made it a priority. So, you know, she feels good in that, and you feel good in that. Not only that, you know, you have her approval, but it's something that you've also done for yourself, right? And I think with my parents, their whole thing was always to just be the best you could be at whatever it is that you're trying to be. And as long as you're doing that, we're happy. Whether it takes you to the moon and back, or it only just takes you outside your front door. But as long as it's something that you know you've put yourself towards and you're giving it all you can give in life, then that's an accomplishment in itself, because a lot of people don't get a chance to do that.
So if you wanted to be the biggest porn star on the planet,
if I want to be the biggest porn star
they're 100%
on the planet,
behind you, as long as you know you're doing the best.
They probably wouldn't watch any of the movies or the takes that I've done, but you know what? They support me 100%.
They come to the AVN show. I mean, you wearing
They
clothes?
probably wouldn't come to the AVN
They
show.
would not
No,
come.
I don't think they would.
So you
come
might
to
not
it.
get an approval for that then.
No, not for the AVN. It's not
Because
that I
you
would
get
get
an
the
award.
approval. I'd get the award, but I don't think they'd be popping up at the AVN show.
No, a lot of things other pop up at the AVN show.
Yes, a lot of other things will pop up
Yeah,
at the
like,
AVN
you know,
show,
the
but not
awards-
my parents.
I
No.
wonder what they get. What kind of award? What are the awards called there? They called the Woodies. Like, I don't know. They're not the, you know, I don't know. That's just me. I feel like a lot of people, to my knowledge, low key want the approval of their parents,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And when they don't get the approval of their parents, I feel like shit tends to go super south. The reason I say super south and stuff and not just regular, like just go down, you get absentee fathers or absentee parents,
Right.
right? You're looking for something to kind of fill that void. Because those things create a void and stuff like that, whatever. So, like, if you're not getting the approval or, like, the appreciation and stuff, whatever, I feel like some shit's going to go down and it's going to go south. When it comes to, like, the parental figures, because your first superhero is your parents,
Yes. Yes.
right? So, from when you're heroes and stuff, whatever, you get that accomplishment and stuff from your heroes telling you like, yo, you did amazing. I'm proud of you. That's cloud 12 right there, baby.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cloud 12.
Yeah.
Your hero just telling you that they're proud of you and stuff like that, whatever. Anybody else stuff, whatever, it might hit a little different, but it might not hit as hard and stuff compared to like the parental.
Nah.
So that's why I was looking. I'm like, that family umbrella. I have an issue with 5 things that have wrong with people in the world.
Yeah.
Lack of love.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody acts like they know.
Mm-hmm.
No one listens.
Yeah.
No one wants to be held accountable.
Yeah.
And family.
Mm.
Family, the dynamic of family and stuff, whatever. My opinion is a lot different and stuff, whatever. Or my understanding of it now, I don't know how it was back then.
Right.
Completely fucked.
Mm.
I want to say maybe like out of 100% tile, I want to say maybe there might be 25 to 30% might be kosher.
Yeah.
Like unit wise, family unit wise.
Yeah.
And then the other 70% fucked. I think us as human beings, we just need to do better and stuff with that, whatever. And certain things to like approval of parents.
Yeah.
And the bonding of family and everything like whatever. Those things are essential to building that family number, raising it.
I think here's what I think the issue with family is, right?
Mm.
When you're a part of a family,
Mm-hmm.
you want to tend to think your values are going to be their values or should be their values.
Mm.
Based upon the fact that you've grown together,
Mm-hmm.
if you have the same mother or father, then you have the same teacher,
Mm-hmm.
right? You learn the same, you've learned and you've been instilled with the same values, right? Then you say that, okay, that's my family, right? That's my mom and my mom and pops. Then you think of how your mom and pops grew with their brothers and sisters. Them taking down what their grandparents what your grandparents had given them, right? And you're thinking, well, if I've gotten what my parents have gotten from their grandparents, then my aunt should have gotten the same thing that my parents gotten. Therefore, their kids should have gotten the same thing that my aunt has gotten, that my parents have gotten, that have not gotten, that we've gotten from grandma.
There's a lot of gots right there.
There's a lot of
That's
gots.
a fucking Game of
But
Thrones
this is the understanding that you're feeling that you should have. Right?
I don't think so.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Run with it. Run it.
This is what I'm saying. Like there's certain values that are instilled, right? That will fall under the lines of traditions and customs that's going to be unique to every family, right? So this is what you're holding on to as far as a family unit. We cut from the same cloth. We hear that often, right? We're cut from the same cloth. So you cut from the same cloth. You feel that people should, especially within your family, should think like how you think, or move like how you think, or do like how you do. The biggest misconception that we have is that they're family, yes, but they're people first.
Right, and that's why I think with the whole thing that you're saying, that's the misconception. Like you're not supposed to expect that because it's only tradition. Tradition and stuff is something like what you guys would do on the reg.
Right.
What you guys would do and stuff, whatever, on like, I want to say not a customary thing, but it's kind of like, yo, every summer this day you're holding a barbecue.
Right.
Every summer in August you're having a family reunion. But you work this job. I work that job. That person works that job. We're seeing different points of view on a Monday through Friday basis.
Of course, yeah.
You go to that school. I go to this school. That person goes to that school. Different points of view. That should not be the same.
People are people.
That's what I'm saying. That should not be the same. So anybody who thinks like that, it falls right back into what I was saying. People act like they know.
Right.
That's another problem I have with the world. You shouldn't act like you know, because I don't know what your world is consist of on a day-to-day, 24-hour type of thing.
Yeah.
You can tell me a fraction of it. How was your day? You drove to work, you did your job, you talked to a few people on lunch break, you went back to work, the end. The main detail of this shit is that whatever you spoke to with that person and stuff at work, you could have been talking about how to start a new business, creating an idea, your former world where you came from, before your worlds collide, before how did you get there, and those type of things can start molding and building to something else.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if a person who thinks like family's supposed to just align with the same goddamn thing, they're an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You're also an idiot thinking that you're expecting you from others. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot if you expect you from others, because that's impossible. You're yourself. And as much as you and another person may think alike, you're still not alike. You're gonna differ in some way, shape, or form. You're gonna have some different opinion in some way, shape, or form.
Preach.
And that's what it is. I think as soon as we recognize that and accept that, then I think family will start to recognize members for who they are and how they sit within the family.
Yeah, I mean, like it was those Thanksgiving dinners with the, I want to say, well, I don't have one in the fam, but like, the emo, the emo one with the hair.
Yeah.
He don't really fuck with anybody and stuff. Whatever. He's in his own world, listening to his Marilyn Manson type shit.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm being all extra fucked up and stuff. Whatever. But that person and stuff, whatever. You gotta acknowledge that not everybody's gonna be in our world, in our realm.
Of course not, right.
I remember I seen a meme the other day and stuff and everything, and one dude and stuff, whatever, he had the Prince thing, Prince from Chappelle.
Yeah.
When Chappelle was the Prince and everything.
Yeah.
And then like when you guys are playing 2K and the one cousin is sitting on the couch and stuff, whatever, who watches anime and listens to indie music and stuff, whatever, and then the Prince is like, when Chappelle's like, this bores me. Yeah, that's not his realm.
It's not his realm.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not his realm.
Yeah.
It's not his realm. It's not his world and stuff, whatever. It's cool.
Yeah.
Just make peace with it. Not everybody's going to be the same. No two are like a snowflake. Any family that think like that, whatever, is going to break and falter. If that's what happened to families and stuff, whatever, back then, we need to find a solution to bring that shit back to the whole level and stuff. It's just technology. Like, yo, you're different in this aspect, still going to love you the same way. You're different like this, love still here.
I think it's figuring out we'll be at work, we'll be at amongst our friends, where we figure out our independence, but then how we fit in as a group. I don't think we do that as much with family, where we figure out our independence from family, but how we fit in to the family and make that whole.
Here lies the problem and the solution. Okay, one step forward. Let's get to some real shit. Since we're on the family aspect and stuff, whatever, let's talk about child sexual abuse and molestation. So, it's a topic we didn't touch on yet, but we touch on every damn thing. I ain't scared. And stuff and everything. But what I realized and stuff, whatever, is that me going out to meet new people, talk to people and everything like that, whatever. Maybe it might be the people that I meet. They're probably now getting the courage. I don't know. Might be to me too.
Yeah.
Or it might be time and age and other things they probably didn't experience stuff, whatever. Have now getting the courage to kind of talk about some things that took place and stuff, whatever. And I want to say a high percentage of them, 9 out of 10. Let's say benefit of doubt, 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
The child sexual abuse and molestation happened within the family.
Yeah.
So you know of some people and stuff that's been through some chronicles like that too.
I wouldn't say I know of any, but maybe one or two. But I would say
that shared information, because you might not even know.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
Right.
It's still very taboo, whereas it happens more often than not. I mean, just look at the percentage you're talking about. It happens more often than not than we'd like to admit.
They said there's a childabuse.org website. 1 out of 5 girls and 1 in 20 boys are victims of sexual abuse under the age of 14.
Yeah.
And there was a study conducted in 1986 found that 63% of women who had suffered sexual abuse by a family member also reported a rape or attempted rape after the age of 14.
Yeah.
So 63%, that's high as shit.
That's high, but think about it. That's probably from when they started taking surveys.
Taking notes, right. Because before, let's say even before, like, you know, it was just kind of like shut your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the thing. Because, I mean, the word or the phrase uncle toucher is not a new phrase.
No.
Whatever. It had to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yo, salute to my family. I'm going to acknowledge all y'all. I ain't had no uncles to touch me. I ain't have no aunties and stuff like that.
But it's so funny because a lot of times you can speak for yourself, but you can't speak for everybody, and that includes other family members because you don't know, right? Mm-hmm. And the fact that it's not spoken about, or it's a taboo thing. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have gone to their grave with that secret,
taking it with them.
A lot of people have died with good reputations to their names, when really and truly, you know, they might have did some scandalous things.
Oh, so you're saying like the uncle touchers died with
nobody knowing.
You should dig up them bodies and just, you know, put some light on it. But it's already done. It's already done though, right? You can give a dog a bone, you know. I mean, I think we should start raising awareness. That's the reason why I said we should speak about it and stuff whatever today.
Right.
Help raise awareness and stuff whatever, like within them, like, you know, especially from kids and adults.
Well, and I think that exactly what you're saying. Help raise awareness. Mm-hmm. Speak about it. Don't make it such a taboo subject. Because I say that to say this. Did your mother ever have that conversation with you?
About relatives or family touching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, see, well, you're an anomaly.
My mom's a G. She's different. In her world, she explained it to me when we had the convo. She said basically she had friends,
right,
female friends,
right,
who relatives did some shit like that and stuff to them, right? So when she went to interact with these female friends and everything, say she used to go over to like Susie Q's house. Susie Q's brother was the toucher or something like that.
Right.
So since he think it's okay to do it to Susie Q, he think it's okay to try and do that shit to my mom. And she gang. Like, it's not a joke. Like, she gang to this day. So when he thinks he can bust a little sweet move and stuff, whatever, and my mom punch him in his throat, she looking like, yo, the buck stops here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the fuck you think's going on. And then when Susie Q is now witnessing, like, yo, you can stand up and shit like that, whatever. Yeah. My mom had the convo. And she's like, yo, if your people don't believe you, leave.
Yeah.
You can come stay at our house. And, you know, people like bit by bit, like it's helped raise the awareness. And some people, the shame factor, the fear, because you don't know how the people and stuff are like
how they gonna
doing
take
it and everything like that. Whatever. I have a guy friend. And stuff, whatever. When his uncle was alive, his uncle had a girlfriend. She was in her 20s. His uncle was like young, like kind of like a young uncle to him.
Yeah.
He's like 8, 9. Girls in, like, she's 20, 21-ish. And uncle's like 22, 23-ish, a little bit older than her and everything. When he used to go over to uncle's house to stay and everything, and uncle would leave, set 20-year-old woman used to make him eat her pussy. Right? Mm-hmm. And he would have to do it, like, I guess, like, whenever he knew what the routine was when the uncle was leaving. So, like, when you look at the uncle, like, you know, she's like, because she used to shame him. Yeah. She's like, shut the fuck up. Don't say shit. No one's going to believe you. You're a kid. And she just cower him and belittle him. And it's fucking with his psyche. So he just knew for a fact that if he couldn't stop his uncle from leaving or tell his mom he didn't want to go over there and everything like that, whatever, he just got to eat box. He just got to eat box. And then she's going to shame him and everything when it's all said and done. And I think it went around for some years until he told his mom, he's like, look, if you can't babysit me, I'll babysit my damn self.
Right.
Whatever, right? And sure enough, once he was able to do that, he never went back and stuff, whatever. And then granted, the uncle and her, they broke up. But I think the uncle never knew.
Right, yeah.
So when the uncle passed and she came back at the funeral and stuff with her, he wasn't even a fan. He wasn't a fan. He wasn't a fan of stuff with her. He's like, yo, you don't know what the fuck you did to me and everything like that, whatever, right? And I'm like, yo, shout out to you for getting a little courage.
Yeah.
Because some people and stuff whatever, they just would take and ride the shame and stuff.
That's what I'm saying,
that.
but
And
that's
then
why a lot of it just slides underneath the carpet.
But what's so fucked, whatever, I want to say, like, kind of like in my case now, if I'm dating a chick, whatever, who's been through some stuff like this and everything like that, I don't want to do anything to the girl that might trigger PTSD.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
how you know?
You don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm first class perv on my own.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to, like, do a love tap on your ass cheek because it look kind of jiggly, I'm like, pow. And then, you strike back like that, whatever. I'm going to ask you what's wrong, and then I'm going to feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know what to conduct and stuff with her like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, these things have a residual effect. That's what I'm saying. It's not just raising awareness within the children, but raising awareness and stuff with the adults. Because the ones that went from children to now adults are still going or start living with this, the
repeating
pain.
The cycle and repeating the cycle.
And yeah.
Repeating the cycle.
So, I mean, hey, this is it. It just needs to be spoken about and, take responsibility and stuff for some things. I think another thing, we should make mental health, my opinion, I don't have government control. If I had government control of money, we'd be all right. We'd be all right. Making mental health services available to these peoples, like once it's been notified,
right?
Or if they bring an accuser or make a claim, I think the services need to automatically go in and it should be fit to bill for free. My thing, my thing and stuff, and that's just not just in Ontario, but just I want to at least start somewhere to eventually become a worldwide thing. Because mental health is not a joke. We speak about it all the time. Yeah. All right. Let's get to some lighter shit again now. Whatever. Let's do the question of the week. You hear the high notes,
Yeah, you're working on it.
I was practicing my Patti LaBelle on the drive over here.
Yeah, you're practicing something.
What the fuck does that mean? Hold on.
I don't know if it's quite Patty.
Dress up your argument.
I don't know if it's quite Patty.
Dress up your argument. Question of the week. What's the best thing that never happened to you?
The best thing that never happened to me. I'm gonna have to think about that for a bit. You got one off the top of your head?
The best thing that never happened to me is actually, believe it or not, when it came to like schooling after high school.
Yeah.
I got approved to go to school in Japan.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I applied and stuff for there because when I was doing the SAT test, I was doing the SAT test where they were saying like, where would you want to, possible, like when you fill out everything and stuff, whatever, you want to go to school or something like that. I think SAT or ACT, can't remember. But I put Japan, UK, US, and Canada along the lines and stuff and everything like that, right?
Right.
Okay, I have family in Canada.
Yeah.
Never really got, I always wanted to go to UK someday, and I always want to go to Japan, right? When I got approved for the Japan thing and stuff, whatever, like I think they were gonna fit more of my education stuff than anything else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, it's gonna be so far away from my peoples and my family and my mom. I think my mom was going through I think she just had like a stroke at the time.
Okay.
Or the year before, something like she had a stroke with her. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be too far to like
if you have to
if needed to come.
Forth,
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Never that. But if I went to Japan, would there be a Podical Sons?
No, there wouldn't.
Best thing I never had.
But it could be a Marzilla.
Oh, well, I don't know. Might be a little taller. Might be a little bit taller.
It could be a Marzilla, you know what I mean? The whole franchise going on there.
Could have been. Or I could have been extra reckless and have like a lot of half Japanese, half black kids walking around there.
That could be a possibility.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say the best thing that's never happened to me, because what if it happened, and then what if something spectacular happened after that?
True.
You know what I mean? It's when you
Well, some people say like pertain to
right?
like when Beyonce said it, she's saying pertain to like a relationship, right? But what if you didn't and stuff, whatever? Like, would you take the lessons and become better? Like I was telling somebody and stuff, like one of my boys, we were beatboxing, right? Side note, we were beatboxing stuff pertaining to like, I guess like my failed marriage.
Right.
And we were talking and stuff like, and he's like, he's going through some relationship shit too, whatever. I'm like, come on, baby, it's all character development, man. This was your life is a movie. So you got to drop that character in and stuff to kind of fuck it up and give you a character development to make you strong.
Yeah, we'll do something like that. Yeah.
Find us.
Find us.
Find
You know what I
us.
mean? We won't be hard to find because we'll have the microphone that says the Podical Sons on it and ask the Sons. I'm pretty sure we'll have a t-shirt or a hat on, Ask the Sons. And we'll be acting crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its way. Peace and love. Happy New Year.
Peace.
2020.
Clear vision.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.